We're live, and this is just a quick little update on the video, or an update video on crypto. Unfortunately, researcher was off today and busy, so we're doing more research in general and wanting to give like more value, but less frequently in a sense. So we'll go through a couple of things that are of interest. In particular, we're entering into the banana zone. I'm just going to bring up everything live, and then I also want to start off with the fact that World Liberty, the project behind that Trump's backing, is something that I'm no longer supporting in any way. Just obviously, the only reason we were interested in it initially was because it was hype. And if there's hype and attention, that's good. Now, this can still do very good things to bring people into crypto by just getting it more out there. But it's just done in the most stupid manner. It's just, I don't know who the advisors are, but basically it says here, Trump gets, this is from Masari, gets 75% of the World Liberty revenue. And despite, whatever, just as a chief crypto advocate, there's many other like red flags and just annoying things. Like you go to World Liberty Financial, the site's been down most of the day, it's up now, and the lack of news on Twitter. So I just want to publicly say, if you want to get into it, fine. I'm not putting a single cent into this. It's just going to be, cloning Aave and then having their own version of Aave. But it's just such a lack of information. It's just really against the Web3 ethos about being transparent. Now, let's just go over a general bit of news. I'm just going to bring up Jup Links Twitter, because this was a very good live stream. So if you did manage to watch this, fantastic. It would have been streaming live in multiple ways. Couple of things that were talked about. One thing to keep in mind, people don't understand that Jupiter has actually developed with Chaos Labs, which we can probably bring up as well. They've created their own Oracle. Oracles are massive. Like Oracles by itself are worth, billions of dollars. Chaos Labs, let's find them. So Chaos Labs. Don't have the right Twitter here. Sorry. So I'm just going to do this quick and live. Chaos, I think it's something like this. No. Okay. Well, take my word for it. Sorry, lack of research today, lack of planning. But basically, we can actually probably find a retweet of it or find it from the main YouTube, the main Twitter account, potentially. That might be a little bit easier. Okay, Chaos Labs, this is it here. So they've created an Oracle, which gives you that good price feed when you're doing perps trading. And of course, you can use whatever trading platform you like, but ultimately, if you're in control of your own funds, it is a general, not financial advice, but safer idea. They went through a few things, and one big thing is the fact that Jup ape.pro, which is not live yet. Looks like this one's an earlier version. Sorry, once again, I've probably got the wrong address here by just being too busy not having everything organized. Here we are, ape.pro. Okay, so it launched, right? Wasn't very good. Now it's kind of relaunched. It's in beta, it's launching tomorrow, and this looks very good. And as much as I would like us to focus on tokens that are doing really well, or ecosystems that are building, the market wants what the market wants. The market wants meme coins. So I will be covering this. You're welcome to follow me into this adventure. We may win some, we may lose some. I will not be taking any sponsorship. I will not be trying to pump and dump or anything like that. But the market is wanting some sort of meme coin coverage. So that's where a lot of my research will be focused as well. One thing that I did get into in a very small position is with, let's just make sure we're unlocked here. Yep. Is Goat and Sol. Now this is done very well. And this is hawkfi. So hawkfi.ag. And jump into this. And I entered in this position when Goat wasn't too crazy. If you're unaware of what Goat was or what Goat is, let's see if we can do a little bit of backstory on it. Let me just have a look at my bookmarks and see if I can pull up something. But essentially, an AI bot was created. With that AI bot, they apparently actually they've actually gone ahead and created this GOAT token. Now, I don't believe this is the case because the person that created this, this actual Andy created Truth Terminal. He says like it wasn't the case, but either way, somehow this thing has blown up. So Truth Terminal here, and this GOAT token is this one right here, and it's just blowing and blowing up. The Twitter links back to Truth Terminal. So I'm unsure exactly how it's done or if it is connected. Either way, GOAT token has been, it's doing very, very well. So a person that got in here, 5 Sol turned into like a couple $1 million. So there's plenty of crazy stuff happening with these sort of things. And this is something novel and something interesting. So if everyone just tries the same thing, repeat, rinse, and repeat, I don't think it's going to do well. But something like this, it clearly did. Now, remember, just as a bit of a refresher for anyone that's actually wanting to get into Meteora, the advice that I was given with Meteora is if you're going to enter into these positions, look for something ideally that's over 30 or even over 50%. Then have a quick look at the chart, have a quick look at the liquidity. So you jump into, say, GMeeker, you would go and grab this token link here, you'd go and open up Deck Screener, flick it in, and you just do your normal research. You want to make sure there's locked liquidity, that the price looks okay. If it's brand new, you may want to get in. You're not going to win on every single one. And if we've got a small amount of money in here, I might even just show you just quickly, just so it's kind of live. So no research is done on this. There is some locked liquidity. Market cap's very, very small. I don't even know how people trade this, but nevertheless, I'll show you how it's done. So we want to create a position here, and we have to sign a message. Remember, Hawkfly, there's no referral, there's no shill here, there's no sponsorship. And they take 8% of the fees, but they do make it significantly easier. So I don't want like a crazy number of bins necessarily, but I'm just going to go spot like that. I'll set a stop loss. So if the price falls 30%, I'm just like, it's going to swap all the way to Sol. You don't have to do that, but that's what I'm doing. And I'll set a take profit like 100, 200%, right? And if it goes to 1,000%, then it is what it is. I missed out. But you don't have to do this. We could completely skip this, or we could just make it even bigger and bigger and bigger, or even like change this to like 5 or something. So we can. Don't know if that worked, but whatever. So we're going to do that. We'll also do a little swap via Jupiter. We can do a swap via Jupiter, and we can copy it like this and flick into here, put this here, take all of my USDC. We can do this in wallet with Solflare as well when we want to do it very fast. Quickly do a little swap. We'll grab this, and we'll grab this random meme coin, just showing you how it's done. And because right now it's a potential fee that we're interested in, we want to get in, bank some profits ideally, and then we want to get out. So this is performing its swap, doing its thing. Hopefully we'll go through pretty quickly. But unfortunately, I was thinking, my thesis was that we're going to do well with meme coins that when it all rotated back to Bonk, and Bonk and Pepe and the big ones, Cat as an example, Doge, Shiba maybe, Flocky. But it hasn't really happened. They're still getting some traction for sure. And I think Bonk's going to take another leg up. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but rather it's difficult out there. And there are some that are actually taking a lot more attention still. So I'm thinking Meteor is probably the place to be in order to capture some of that. All right. For whatever reason, this failed, which is annoying. We're just going to see if we can do like a 1%. Save that. Try it one more time. And then if it doesn't work, we'll do something else. Let's give it a go. So remember that my thesis with Meteora is Meteora is connected to Jup. Meteora is a fantastic product in order for like DeFi farming. It's just complex. It's complex, and if I made no content, I could get pretty good at it, but it'd be like a full-time job. It's like trading. It's like properly full-time. When you're using Hawkfly, you're limiting your downside by using these other tools. And so that's some of the things that I think have done very well. Look, I'm still getting annoyingly, it's not going through. I'm just going to try it one last time. And if it doesn't go through, then whatever. There's too much volatility, I guess, with this particular token. So we'll try it one last time with a 2% slippage rate. Now, a better way to do this would be to have a look at the pools that you're interested in. Don't degen instantly, but this is a live stream. I want to do it fast for you. And go and see what the socials are like, or if there's anything interesting. I'm not sure if I'm trying to swap in this direct pool, and because it's 5%, I'm in the wrong pool. That's why it's not working. So if this doesn't work, I'm just going to go with one sol there anyway. And okay, swap is successful. Cool. All that, great. One sol there, take out that 10 and confirm create position. One thing that I want to just also keep in mind and let you know is that I'm not saying to do anything. I'm just saying if you don't take a risk on something, it's like the person that wants to win the lottery but never buys a lottery ticket. So sometimes you do actually, not sometimes, you do actually have to enter. There's nothing going to necessarily fall on your lap if you buy one meme coin, you hold it for life, and it never goes up. All these things just equate to you just learning more and more and more. And if you don't want to do it with something like this, if you want to go with like Camino and USDC or whatever, you can. It just has less fees. So once we're in this pool, we've got auto compound, take profit, and stop loss, and it's just going to start to accumulate fees. There's multiple other things that we can do, but we'll need a tutorial for that, and I want you just to kind of play around. If I show you quickly what this looks like, this has not outperformed divergence loss, but it has done pretty well. So we'll click on this button here, and this is going to show us what our performance is like. If we just hodled GOAT, would be up 108%. If we hodled the pair, though, we've done better with LPing. So sometimes you may want to have a moon bag if you think this token's done really well, and quite often it's about going in and going out. This is at $517. It did pick up to even higher than that, and we can even see, based on the activity, that it's just been compounding, a couple of dollars, sometimes quite a few dollars. And if we can go down any further, it's not loading for some annoying reason, but I put in, I think, about $300. So I just wanted to put this on your radar now, because Meteor is still too difficult for people, and I think Meteor airdrop will be very, very decent. And of course, we want to actually earn those fees. And look, this has earned $130 worth of fees. We've gone up and down. This has gone up and down in terms of value. And this is still, I guess, not in beta, but in an early stage. So that's the main things I want to point out. Also, active staking rewards with Jupiter. It's probably been tweeted out. So we'll just have a quick look there. It'll be live for you to check how much you can actually grab on Friday, but you can't actually go ahead and grab the tokens until Monday. So that's the update with active staking rewards. The key thing is, if you're bullish on Jup, or if you're bullish on what Meow and the team and the working groups are doing, then stake your Jup. Also, a quick little update on the D-Bridge Foundation and their LFG launch. I want to reiterate that I'm not trying to be a person that roasts anyone. I just want to mention that best bridge, but every month tokenomics have to be updated. They have to be very clear as to the messaging of the tokenomics. Otherwise, they don't do well. The amount of money that went into this cap, keep in mind that they did not actually need to raise any money, but this was kind of low. And I think it would have been better if they had have done it differently. And I think the fact that they didn't even manage to make their cap work, that means that it didn't really do terribly well. Now, we'll have a quick look and see maybe at Drift, what it's actually trading at in pre-market. And also I want to publicly say that you can use Whales Market, but the Whales token, they have not fulfilled their promise of buying back and burning the token, and just been radio silent in terms of improving, actually talking about it. So you can use it. It is a good tool, but don't buy the token, in my opinion. I'm not buying the token. All right, so in here, I'm not sure if it's in here, if it's in a different area, but we'll have a quick look. So we want to see DBR. It is. Cool. So there's a very small discount, and the volume on it is very minimal. So this, even though if we go to dBridge and they're going to be live on Bybit and all these different exchanges, these are very good partnerships. However, this is clearly not like the token's not going to take off. But if they release things in the future, maybe. What am I doing with my dBridge allocation? I'm just going to claim it all. I initially said I would hold off on one wallet, and maybe I still will. I think I have 4 that qualify for larger amounts. It was still all done less than the farming cost, and I'm just going to claim it all, but I'm not going to sell it immediately. I don't know what the price is going to do. I still feel it's a little bit undervalued, but they need to be transparent with their actual messaging. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to say, but there's a couple of random questions, so I'll quickly take them, and then I'll let you go. So Maneki is looking good, another meme coin out there. It's a bigger cap, so if it's starting to like do well in terms of that going from a cult to a movement, cool, but unsure. What does it mean by permanently lock liquidity on Meteor? Is it really permanent? Yeah, it means literally you've locked the liquidity into the vault, or you've put it into a liquidity pool, and you do not have access. You've burnt access. It will go up or down depending on the price of the tokens, but no one can claim that whatsoever. If it's locked, it's locked. And the best place to check that is with a rug check. So we can go to like rug check, which is a brilliant tool. Unfortunately, the token doesn't do very well, but it's actually a brilliant tool. And then we can go and find our previous, or we can just grab this token as an example, copy it here, go to rug check, paste it in, check it, and it's going to show us that basically 99% of liquidity is locked liquidity. So there's a little bit of people, you and I, that have put in some liquidity, but the vast majority, it's locked. And there's a tiny bit of liquidity on Meteor, which is me and you, but not very much. Most of it's on Radium. Radium is going to lose out to Meteor for sure. Discussion of FTX. Yeah, maybe in the future we can do that, or just talk about it in a live stream one day. Have you swapped on Felix DEX for Solana tokens? They're trying to be the fastest DEX on Solana. Not sure if you've covered them before. Don't want to really turn this into a long stream, but no, I haven't. And I find if a DEX has maybe, I'll look into it for like 1 minute. So there have been quite a few DEXs that have tried to launch, and I think this might be one of them, where they launch, they've got a token already, but they actually haven't properly launched yet. Well, they don't have much in the way of pools or volume. They got a decent IPR here. I'll put it on the radar. That's all I can do. I'll put it on the radar and go from there. Chaos Labs. Well, I found the right one. What do you think about Drift? I have, I think, Drift has done their token generation event. I think Jup, for most of your purpose, would be better. Drift is obviously a tool. I think Camino will do well when they launch theirs, and I like Flash Trade. But I've used Drift before. Oh yeah, Banana Zone. We need to talk about quickly Banana Zone. So the person that talks about the Banana Zone all the time is Roll Paul. And if you don't know this guy, he is a macro legend. He's been around for a couple of cycles, and he gets things. And he's very smart, exceptionally smart. So if we go through some of his tweets, we're probably going to see some things where he talks about the Banana Zone, which is just imagine a big banana where price just goes crazy. Remember the rule, no talk of yellow fruit, the banana zone, until we cleanly break 70K. And we're not there. Thank you for your understanding and patience at this time. So we are not currently at 70K, but things have been looking up significantly. And a lot of this was, easily predicted. But like trading these conditions is kind of scary. So all I do is just kind of buy a spot bag, sell a spot bag. Something like that, which is a little bit safer. That's what it is. So will BTC pump? Like we need it to kind of go past that 70K and then reevaluate. Right now, who knows? Annoyingly, that's what it is. Anyway, so you've asked the same question a few times. I think you get the point. We'll have to see how it goes. As annoying as that is, That's just what it is. Until then, until we see things break out, maybe we try different dApps like Hawkeye, Ape.pro as another example, and we see if we do well with those sort of things. Thanks very much for tuning in. I will catch you tomorrow.